So this is so today's topic for the seminar is work from home WFH issues, safety, and compliance. What are the issues? What are the safety measures to be taken? What is the compliance issue? So we are a small startup, coders, and we're taking an initiative to spread cyber awareness for everyone. Also, okay. So about us. So my name is Anil Prasanna Sajinkar. I've done my diploma and BE in computers, and for my specialization, I am a globally Cisco certified network associate, and I am a certified ethical hacker. As well, I am a security professional giving seminars in school colleges to educate students and teachers and faculty and all the people about security issues. And if they have issues, what is the proper resolution they can get by their issues, and where to and what not. So we take and all. So now it was an environment for work from home. So I started to make something. I thought of that let's make something on work from home. So that's why this is my first seminar for work from home. There will be more, but this is the basic thing what everyone should know. Each and every company should know. So before proceeding to the topic, the 2 points I need to cover is what is digital data and what is information security and information system. Because see, working on an online environment, working on computers, everything is related to information. So security of information and the data. So data, we should know data. So what is data? Data is a collection of objects, or we can say data is a facts of world. For example, you have a name, place, age, your mobile number in Excel sheet. So it is a data. So it is a collection of multiple information. Okay, so data can consist of images, videos, and all, etc. There are many types of data. So digital data that are on computers, smartphone, and electronic devices. So we are talking about work from home with concern to cybersecurity. So we should know digital data. So as of I told you. So now what is information security? So information is something that's related to maintaining the confidentiality of information. Information should be confidential. So you are working with a client, or you're working with a company. So you and your company, only these two people should have access or have retention of your data. No third person should have been taking care of your data. There should be no issues over issues. So that is just confidentiality. For example, let me explain a small example. You're using your Facebook. Okay, you're using your ID and password. So if your ID and password would have been shared with many people, so it is not confidential. So that is losing of confidentiality. So that's why making secure password and all, that's common. So this was for the common example of Facebook. So confidentiality feature of is that where information is lost or overall information become meaningless, which can definitely affect your business and your job also when if you are doing work from home, or and that applies to companies also. They should maintain the confidentiality of their system and information. That's the reason that information security is nowadays the latest trend in the field of technology to overcome the problem of cybercrime. So there are many types of cybercrime nowadays. Work from home is a thing where you have access to the company system remotely, but then also you are connected to your private network. The security issues are there, so it can overcome a problem of cybercrime also. Okay, so that I will cover in the few further slides. Let's proceed further. So now what is cybersecurity? Cybersecurity is a practice of protecting systems, networks, and programs from digital attacks. So protecting your system networks up. Now the network part. The network is the important part. Working on work from home, definitely you are connected to companies and organizations inter-network domain. So connecting through it by remote access or doing some access by providing some companies installation on a system, otherwise using WVD as Microsoft Windows Virtual Drive platform. So these are the programs which can have digital attacks. So cybersecurity is the practice of protecting those systems. Okay, cyber attacks are usually aimed at accessing, changing, or destroying sensitive information. Okay, and extortion of money from users and interrupting normal business procedures. Obviously, if you are working in a company and someone hacks your system, so definitely your business will be affected. Okay, and now let me proceed further. So types of cybercrime. So sorry for the interruption, guys. Types of cybercrime in WFH. So in work from home, the types of cybercrime which can be happen as per my research and as per my knowledge. Sorry if I'm wrong. Sorry if I have not covered something, but these are the common frauds which can happen during a work from home domain job. So email fraud, such as you will get fake emails for that we are hiring for work from home. Then you will get the interview and all. You will have some fake issues. And the second is social media crime. So you are using company information to put on your status, to put on your Facebook. You are using your client's data. So that's not a way to work. So that depends on the social media crimes. So social media crimes can be increased due to work from home because many of the people have a tendency to post everything on Facebook, Instagram, and their social accounts. Okay. So now mobile app related crimes. If you are using a company's profile on an app like Zoom, Zoom is a common app nowadays for use for conferencing and companies work from home domain, so that you can talk with the company's employees, your TL and all, your team leaders and all your senior person. Okay. So proceeding further, the cybercrime is related to work from home. That compliances of your business email compromise. So that when you're working on a work from home environment enables you to access your company's domain at your home as well your emails, your official emails. So that should be you should not compromise with those information that can lead to a type of cybercrime in future. So now next is data theft. Now this is a very important part which generally people do. So working on work from home, you are having a remote access to your company system, to your company's network domain. So you have your own system also, so you can take screenshots and you can all. So this should not be done because that comes under data theft. Okay, the second thing is fake call frauds. So in the current scenario, currently in the company you are having many like for example Naukri.com or any job profile. When you upload your resume, you get many fake calls for that we are giving work from home. I have experienced that thing also. So just as for a knowledge, for example, should I share? Currently I'm working in teleperformance as a work from home. It's a night shift, so I have time, so I'm working for that. So for applying for this profile, when I uploaded my resume on Naukri.com, I got 15 to 16 calls, and all calls were fake. So after that, I directly contacted the company. So then they have given the hiring schedule and all. So everything depends on what to do and what not to do. So fake calls should be avoided. You should test a person. See, it's not possible when you are getting a call that you can see it's a fake or not. You have to talk accordingly. You have to take fetch information. So that insurance fraud nowadays, work from home insurance, COVID insurance, many of frauds are going there. People take money and doesn't do not do anything. Lottery scam. Lottery scam is not related to work from home, but maybe that if someone is sharing a Zoom meeting ID with someone else and he can earn money on dark web and all etc. That happened some day before. Yeah. Okay. So the next is cheating scams. So cheating scam means, as I already told, as a data theft, to taking pictures. You're using your company's remote system and you're clicking the video of the complete process of the complete work with your phone or camera. So that's a cheating scam. Online transaction frauds. That also is a common thing for work from home. So let me proceed further. So tips and safety measures for WFH. Okay. So guys, let me complete some points, and I will give you. If you have any issues, then you can ask. Okay. So one one should stop use of personal sensitive information on any social media or any platform when working from WFH environment. That is work from home. So you should not give your sensitive and personal information, such as for example, like you're chatting with the company person on a Zoom meeting ID, and you're using your Facebook, and by mistake you have shared the screen. So the people working on the participant in the Zoom meeting can see your screen, can store your personal sensitive information. That was the example. So content which is private should be secured using complex password, such as I suggest everyone when you're doing work from home for accessing company's system. It's a small suggestion from my side. You can have a new user in your computer system with a secure complex password, and do not install any other thing except your company's thing in that system, so that it will be secure for you to have access and everything. And your personal, as you are working from home, so you have personal printers, Wi-Fi, webcams, computers, and that should be shut down and that not should become continuously open. So this means that you're working on your company system, and when you are interrupting with a webcam or your printers and all, so that makes a difference. Because see, generally people are working on remote, such as WVD, Microsoft Virtual Drive platform. So when you're giving access to your printers, network devices, so that makes an issue for the company. It makes a load. So you should not do this all practices. It comes under, it's not a malpractice, but it definitely disturbs your process and the company people. So the next thing is make use of virtual system wherever possible for better security. So as suggested, Microsoft Virtual System is their WVD, remote desktop, or else you can have a user, different user in your laptop only. Okay. The next thing is that do not use net banking or do not adopt Google search on or other search. For example, when you are working on a remote environment, so you have access to your systems, Google Chrome, Microsoft Fire, sorry, Microsoft Edge, Mozilla Firefox, and all different type of browsers. So you should not use your net banking to adopt Google search and anything, because see, company will not steal your data, but for your safety, you should not access anything because they have access to your system. So they can see, and generally they are monitoring. Obviously, when they are paying to you, they are giving their secured access and information. So they are monitoring you from there. So do not use this type of things. Any net banking, do not do any transaction, and check if the client's site address shows there is HTTPS or carries an image of a log. This is a very important part. Generally, what happens from work from home? What happens? Company share their link and URLs. So sometimes some hackers are there who change the URL. So they made this to HTTP and other URL is same, and somewhat minor changes they do. And when you join the thing, when you work from there, they can get to access the data. So do not try. If you have any issues, if you are not able to connect to the company's website, or if company has provided a HTTP website, you can ask them to please provide a secure website, and that you are not having a lock on your system. Maybe your system would have issues or their network would have some issues at that time. And keep complex password, change them regularly, use a two-step verification process to access a credential. Generally, the password, when you start work from home, the company provides you a common password, because it's not possible for a company to provide 60, 70, or 80 people XYZ. There are many people who are joining at same time. It's not possible to create password for everyone. So whenever you get a default password, please ask your company people that should I change the password for my security reasons, because see, they do not have any issues that you are using the common password. But for example, maybe your friend, no, you're working from home, you have opened your laptop, maybe your friend is using your credentials, and if he's also working in same company, so when password is same, then definitely he can access your account and do anything XYZ. So keep complex password, change them regularly. Two-step OTP verification, that depends on the client, because see, so 90-80% of people, 80% of companies are using WVD, Microsoft Windows Virtual Drive. So there is a OTP verification every time whenever you log in. So enable Windows firewall for better security. Obviously, without firewall, do not use any remote systems. It may contain virus. And the next point is refrain your answers during WFH. Stop visiting pop-up windows or unwanted verification messages. Now, this means that when you're working on an environment, so sometimes it happens that you are seeing a pop-up that is not related to your company, or that is not related to your understanding. As soon as possible, report to the company's organization manager, or you can report to your team members or your TL, depending on your company profile in what you are working. So definitely report this, because on that remote domain, we should not see any pop-ups and unwanted verification messages. For there, just as soon as possible contact company. If you're not seeing the log sign also, then you have to contact your manager, because see, they have rights, they can provide security services and all. It's not important that you should have an antivirus and all in your system when you're working for work from home. That doesn't mean, but see, because generally it's a remote desktop, your system is just a simple thing which is accessing that thing. So everything installed on their part, then remotely you are accessing that. So the security part and everything should be handled by the company. It's not your headache to handle or keep an antivirus firewall and etc. Yeah, firewall is important, but it's not mean that you have to switch on your antivirus and all. Okay, so that is the common things which are then. That is a common problem which are being made for work from home nowadays. So avoid switching your system for work. Now this is a very important thing. As you join any organization, they need your host name. Okay, host name is a computer's name by which your computer can be identified on a network. So whenever you provide your host name, make sure that on the same PC and the same host name you are accessing the information or accessing your company's or an organization's profile, because it's a compliance. If see, sometimes it works on other systems also, that your laptop is having problems, so you might have taken a friend laptop and log in and you're working. But see, it can work, sometimes it works, sometimes it's not work, depending on the organization's controls, parental controls, and whatever they have set. Though it is working on other system, do not switch your system, because see, host name is different and everything goes different, so it may cause a issue. If you want, and if you're having problem with your devices, you have to change your device, ask your company people, ask them and tell them before switching. Okay, or else they can add the new system, new host name and all. That depends on the organization. And do not access the links which are not allowed by organization. Generally organization give 2 or 3 links for their software and process what you need to work. Other than that, there are some things which are accessible like VPN, and also do not try to use this types of things using a company's domain or environment. Use silent environment while working from home, because sometimes we need to be on Zoom meetings, and if our mic is on, then we can hear some XYZ background noise, and that can really affect us. Okay, so the next thing is, what is compliance? So compliance is either a state of being in accordance with the established guidelines. The term compliance describes the ability to act according to an order or set of rules or requests. Each and every organization and company has a set of rules and requests which can help you to work in their environment. They have designed some set of rules which you need to follow. So if you do not follow, that comes under compliance. So that is a compliance issue. Okay, so further moving on further, there are some common compliance issues which are for all of the organizations. So first is, do not try to maintain a backup of a system or the remote system. Do not use any of the XYZ software which maintains the backup of your system, backup of the remote system, because you are not authorized to access or take backup or take any information from the client or from the company's computer system. And if you want, please take a permission before that. I think you may not get a permission to access everything, but whatever gives the permission, only do that thing. And avoid checking your personal email accounts, and remember to sign off from your organization portal after your shifts. Once your shift gets over, you have to log out properly, otherwise it may face issues if you keep your laptop like that only. And if someone else access that and someone do anything wrong, so the blame comes to you. You cannot say at that time that I was not there and I have kept my laptop aside, I gone here and there. If you want to go anywhere, sign off or log off, or you can put it a lock, Windows plus L, you can lock the system and you can go for your work. Okay, and visiting an organization website by typing the URL in the address bar is provided by the company. Do not check by changing the URL. Generally, what we do, for example, we are working for XYZ company, www.xyz.com. If you're working in XYZ domain, generally what happens, the very smart people, the smart persons, what they do, www.xyz.com/admin /user they try different type of combinations so that they can use the admin access or some different access and change their parental controls and all, which is provided and secured by the company. So do not try this, just only use the URL which is given to you by the company. Don't try changing it, don't try editing it, don't do anything in that, don't add, don't remove. Just as the same company has given, just copy paste or type as it is, word to word. Do not change. And when accessing remote system, make sure you are not connected to VPN or any unauthorized networks, any dark web or anything. You should not be connected. The location where you are working from, the same location and same network, you should be connected. Keep your network on public when you are using this thing. and allow the access of your location in Google Chrome, so that, see, company has a priority to access you. They generally access you. They keep an eye on you, because they are not fools to give you their systems and their complete things at your home. When they are giving, when they are helping you, when they are trusting you, so please do not create any trust issues with the companies. Do not do any type of changes to your system. Do not do anything. If you have any changes, inform your company. If you have any changes by mistakenly, if you have done anything, inform them. Because see, if you will not inform them, they will not come to know what wrong you have done. So might be that can create an issue with you. Might be you lose your job, because compliance issue are tolerated sometimes only. It depends to company. If you are not following the company procedure and norms and rules, then definitely you can be fired out, or you can have some serious issues. So before working in any company, I would suggest everyone, so that please go through their compliance issues very carefully and very properly, so that you may know what you are allowed to do and what you are not. And do not leave your laptop desktop unattended while companies you are using company's internet network domain. Do not keep it unattended. If you are working on an environment, if company is trying to access your system and trying to access your, un do not unattend. Like you are, like for example, you're working on system. Okay, and you're working just, and company, you're using some different Facebook or WhatsApp on your PC, and your companies, then the company came to know about this. So what happens, they generally take your remote access. We are not accepting the remote access request and all. So do not do this type of unwanted things, which can lead you to lose your job. Sorry guys, just 1 minute. So as I told you about this slide. Okay, now moving on to this. Extremely sorry guys. I don't know what's the issue in Zoom. Okay, so we were on this point for VPN or unauthorized access. Do not attempt these things. And yeah, do not leave. Sorry, I told you this thing. Sorry guys. So do not access services such as WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, any social media on your system while using organization remote environment. You're working on system environment, you have your personal system also. So opening new tabs on your system, opening incognito window, so that you acting smart, that company will, so you are acting smart, that company would not know about your history while you're working on incognito window. That's nothing but fake. If you are connected with the company on remote network, you are on network, they have access and they have the priority and they have the chance to see your system. They can monitor. It's not anything that you can use. And working on system environment, do not use any type of proxy. Generally what happens, students working on remote system, if they are not allowed to access their own system, what they do, they go to Google Chrome. Google is generally open, Google is not closed by companies. So they go to some proxy email proxy page. Generally proxies are blocked, but we are very smart enough now to search for new proxies and go there and use anything. So do not do this. And the very important thing, screenshot pictures, notes of clients data while working on WFH environment. Sorry, WFH environment. Do not take anything. Do not record your screen. Do not do anything. Yeah, generally in Zoom meeting, they have not given the access to record. But then also, you do not try to use third-party application such as screen share, screen recorder, and all XYZ. So see, if they came to know that you are using some third-party application to record their data, you may lose your job, and you may have face some difficulties in your future also. Okay, because see, each and every compliance have different laws. So now let's discuss some cyber laws related to work from home. There are many, but I have only kept the the law in the slides which are related to work from home environment. So tampering with computer source documents. Do not try to change any of the documents or any of the system, software or application of your company's network domain. When you are using the remote system, use the application which you are allowed to. Do not use any other or any third party applications there. Okay, of section 65 of IT Act 2000 has the power. If the company if company reports you for that, if you have, see, first of all there will be warning and all, I know that, but just telling about the section 65 of IT Act 2000, you can have a jail of 3 years or a fine of 5 to 10 lakhs depending on what type of data, what type of work, and what type of stealing or what type of tampering of data you have done. It depends on the company at the time of filing the case. So do not attempt anything using password of another person. Do not do this. If someone complains in the company, section 66 under IT Act 2000 says that if you use any other person's password and access their information and do any changes, if he reports, if the company reports, then you can have an imprisonment of 2 to 3 years. Okay, and you can have a fine of 1 to 5 lakhs. That depends on what you have done. Section 66D is also there for IT Act 2000, cheating using computer resource. Do not, as I told, do not use third-party application like screen recorder, screen share, and all while using your company's data. Okay, that may also lead to some legal issues that might give you one to 1 to 2 years of jail or 10 years. That depends. Okay, that depends on what type of case it's for. Section 43, data protection at corporate level. Generally, data is protected by the corporate level, but you are working at your home to access your corporate level data. So do not do anything, do not change or do not modify. If you want and if you have done by mistake, please inform to your corporate system. Okay, and this is also having, might be you may have some jail or you may have some fine. That depends on company's policy and compliance with related to WFH. Okay, so thank you everyone for having patience and listening. Guys, if you have any doubt or questions, you can ask. You all can contact us for any information, incident, or any technical help related to cybercrime, cybersecurity. If you have any issues with your personal account not related to work from home, then also you can contact us. This is our mail ID and this is our WhatsApp number. You can chat on this. We have a chat bot. They will help you for sure. Okay. So thank you so much for today. So let's meet on. So next meeting is scheduled on 14th at 4 p.m. Okay. Let's meet there. Okay. Thank you.